So it's not extremely cold. It's -3. It's gonna be -12. So my only tree left outside is this juniper, but I do not worry about this tree at all. As you can see, the pot has been buried into the snow, and that will keep it warm. It's such a sturdy tree. I do not care, nothing will happen to it. So for reasons that are pretty much obvious, I don't want to make this video very long because nobody likes that. I decided to pick one tree that we'll be tackling today, and that is my beloved Maclura tricuspidata. It's just such a cool tree. I had this tree for about, I think 3.5 years now, and I want to repot it because I want to develop it a little bit faster. So I'm gonna put it in a slightly bigger pot. This is very cool, nice pot, bluish pot. This is the perfect size for him right now, this pot, but I want to grow it a little bit bigger. I want to be a little more flashier, okay? So this is a very cool pot. So I know many of you will jump at this and say, oh, you must grow your trees, your outdoor bonsai trees outdoors all year around. Yes, I know that, but I live in an apartment and that's pretty hard for me. My balconies are closed, so it's hard. So I can grow them inside. I've been doing this for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. They're fine. You can do it too as a beginner, of course. Just try to pick the right species for you and for your environment. So I made a resolution at the beginning of 2025. I've been thinking about this since 24. I will only keep, I put a lot of them out for sale, and I will only keep what's best for me, what grows good in my environment. So I'm gonna keep this Maclura because I love it, yeah. And I'm gonna keep the Ginkgo biloba, and I'm gonna keep the Ficus carica, the edible fig. That's not a problem, because the problem it's not with wintering. Of course, I gotta get them outside. I don't have an outside of my own, so I rely on some friends. I cannot go over there all the time to water them, to take care of them, so I decided to bring them in earlier, and I've been doing this for the last years. It's not a problem if they will get 3 or 4 months of wintering, because they must winter. It's mandatory for deciduous trees. If they winter pretty good for about 3 or 4 months, that's enough. It's very good. We're gonna get -12, -13 degrees at the end of this week, and that's pretty bad. I don't have a way to shelter them, and especially when you're talking about such small pots, it's pretty hard. So it's better to bring them in early. They will get a faster start into the spring, and everything will be just fine. The problem is in the summer, because it's too hot. It's way too hot, and in the past 2 years it's been very hot and very dry. Until 2 years ago we used to get temperatures that were very high, but there were no winds. The wind was not blowing. Nowadays we got like 35 degrees outside, 37 degrees outside, and the wind is blowing. It's always blowing hard, and it's a hot wind, and that even damages the trees indoors. So it's pretty hard. I'm gonna keep only the species that work, and you can do that too. So here's my little tree. First of all, I need to clean up the trunk with some plain vinegar and a bonsai brush, which I'll be doing outside because I don't want to spray everything with vinegar here. So now that my trunk is clean, you can clearly see how beautiful the colors are starting to show, that little reddish spots, and you can also see the green. So I think this will be more of a cleaning than of a pruning, because I want to prune too much. First of all, I've got a branch here that's pretty thick, and I'm thinking about making it a little bit shorter. So that's what I'm gonna do. For start, I just wanna clean up little stubs, because when you are pruning a tree, you always need to leave a little stub there, and then come with a concave cutter and clean that up. So I have this little branch here, you see it? It's growing towards the inside of the tree and right parallel to the thicker branch. So what I can do, I can remove it entirely, but I have a bud here and I'm hoping it to grow like this. So I'm gonna cut it there, prune it there, and that bud, little bud there, will hopefully grow in an outer direction. I'm also seeing some little green on the tips of the buds, on some buds, so I think I did the very right thing bringing this tree inside. We had a week or so with high temperatures. For the winter we had 15 degrees Celsius on the plus side, maybe even more. So the trees got out of balance. That's one more excuse and one more thing to bring them inside earlier. Let's get a tree out of the pot. First of all, I'm gonna cut the wires, and it's always harder when you got such a tree. Look at the roots, man, that's fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. So I'm gonna just try to remove the bottom part. Just prune it easy so it can stand on its own. And now let's take our beloved chopstick and start to clean it out. Here I go with some big particles of lava rock, just to coat the bottom. That's enough. Just gonna spread them around. So I need to pick a front. Yeah, I know what front I like. This is way too big. Just like that. So just gonna put it like this, take the pot and just smack it around a little bit. You can see the dust has come out. I'm gonna show you a neat trick. So I wanna cut these wires because I used only one wire. I'm gonna cut it like that in about a 45-degree angle to make it sharp. And what I can do is just push the wires through the roots. I'm gonna try at least to do that. And here's the other one. So I can pull on them, and what can I do now is just shorten the wires a little bit, just like that, and just pull them down like this. And the other one, I'm gonna leave it like that and just push it down like that. That's a neat trick I can do here. Just gonna use this side because I want the tree to slant a little bit towards the right, and I can work some substrate beneath the root mass and a little bit to the front, working the substrate in little by little, and I can make little adjustments as I go to my little tree. So just take a good look. How cool is this tree? What I have to do now is fill this part up, because it's just slanting, kind of slanting in the left side. So I have to kind of fill this gap here. That's not a problem, it will happen in time. That's why I wanted to put it in a slightly bigger pot. Look how cool this pot is. And look, the greens, the video doesn't show it justice. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Also, a good friend of mine grafted this branch here, because you can see it's got a big hole. The tree would not cover up that hole, so we decided it needs a branch grafted here. Also, it lacked a branch on the right side, and that is pretty nice there. We'll see how this will turn up in the next few years. So I don't know, maybe I will grow it like this, but also leave it with a few branches here, or take advantage of a bud and grow it like this and cut the upper part. I don't know, we'll just have to see. But for now, just such a cool tree. I'm gonna place it on my balcony and just let it flush. I cannot wait to prune it after the first flush will harden off. So this is about it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment, tell me what your worries are. Leave a comment there, let's talk. Leave a like, please leave a like, and we'll see each other in our next video, because we got more trees to tackle. I need to tackle them fast now that I brought them in. So first I will tackle the trees that need repotting, because I need to repot them before the buds pop and the leaves emerge. So I'm quite busy, I work a lot and I need to move fast. I will be tackling those trees first, and then the ones that just need a little bit of the pruning. Bye bye, have an amazing day and an amazing week.